So the Seventh Amendment is usually not a topic of a lot of controversy or discussion, normally because as Americans, we just tend to assume that we have a right to sue and be sued and that it's just there for us whenever we want it or need it. In reality, it's a lot more hedged up than that. There are a lot of attacks on the Seventh Amendment that I'm going to expose in just a minute. Let's go ahead and read what it says first. It says, in suits at common law where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. So right out of the gate, so the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, as long as the value is over $20. And of course, this isn't adjusted for inflation. By the way, the Constitution doesn't even allow inflation. So people think it's antiquated because of that, but in reality, we've just gone astray there. But if you want to sue somebody, there are actually a lot of hurdles that you need to jump through that you didn't used to have to jump through. Among those is satisfying an ever-expanding standing requirement. If you look at the state of Utah earlier this year during the January legislative session, they passed SB 203, which is a judicial standing amendment. So if you want to be able to sue someone, including especially like the government, and say, hey, you're doing something wrong, and you sue them civilly, the standing requirement says you have to have this lengthy checklist of prerequisites satisfied before you can even initiate a civil suit. And that's a huge problem because the government is literally just telling you to your face, hey, there's this guarantee in the Constitution. We're just going to pretend that that doesn't exist. You don't actually get to exercise this right freely. Another case where this is extremely often trampled upon is family court. And there are a lot of other designations of court proceedings that go under the civil heading, more or less, kind of. They're civil trials, but you can't get a jury in, I think, the vast majority of family court cases, even though, like, your family is clearly worth a lot more than $20. And that's just an arbitrary loophole because they changed the labels on things so that they could deny people their rights just by calling it family court instead of civil court or whatever. And anyway, all that's patently unconstitutional. I mean, they've been doing that for a long time. Stay tuned for my Supreme Court petition. I just did most of the recording for a video on that today, and I actually address the case of family courts and other courts changing the labels of things to deny you your constitutionally guaranteed rights. So you're going to want to watch that. But yeah, right of trial by jury shall be preserved.